We're joined by Todd Blanchfield. Toddy, firstly, congratulations. How's the celebrations? Are they still in full swing?
Yeah, look, I was quite sick yesterday, which I guess is to be expected. But also at the end of the day, also I guess at home it doesn't stop being a dad either. So my son was up at 7, and I got a daughter as well. So it was full on, but we got through, and I feel much better today. That's for sure.
Can you give us a little insight? Who's been the MVP of the celebrations? Can you give us a little goss?
Oh, I mean, I feel like everyone's sort of been on the same sort of level. I feel like, obviously, Foles is having surgery today, but he got his celebrations in while he could. He was definitely having a good crack. I feel like everyone was just, I wouldn't really say it was an MVP. It was really a team MVP. I thought everyone was sort of on the same level, and everyone was really just enjoying the moment and really just soaking it all up and enjoying it together. So I guess that was pretty special.
Look, it's been over 24 hours now since you became an NBL champ. Has it sunken in yet, really, that you are an NBL champion?
To be honest, it was probably this morning was the first time I was just out for a walk with my son, and it was the first time I really took it in, really just thought about the last, 24, 48 hours. And, it really is special. It's, I've been in the league 16 years, and it's been many, many, many grand finals and fallen up short many times. So obviously know the feeling that Melbourne United are going through right now. But at the same time, I'm happy to be on the other side of the fence and really enjoying this moment. It's, as I said, you work so hard every year, the pre-season, the extra shooting, the beach sessions, the running sessions, all that stuff. It just makes it all that little bit more worth it now that, you finished the champion.
If you look back to Sunday, was there a point in the game where you looked up at the clock and you're like, all right, we've got this, we've done it?
To be honest, honestly, there wasn't, because I feel like if you look at the spread of the teams or the minutes that were led throughout the series, we were previously to Game 5, we'd led 120 minutes, and Melbourne United only led 60 minutes, and we had the same amount of wins and losses as 2-2. So, there was both home games. I think we were up 10 at half time, and they're just a team that they're so, they got older heads, they got veteran guys, they just know what to do in those situations to stay calm, and they always kept playing the same way. And I guess that was those, Game 1 and Game 3 sort of just stuck in my head. Even with 4 minutes to go and we were up 10, I'm like, we got to. I was, very vocal in timeouts and just about like we've been in the situation before. We know how good these guys are at playing catch up, and I just kept reiterating that. But I guess once I looked down there and they were subbing their development players in, and we obviously subbed ours in, and sort of at that moment I was like, okay, it really sunk in, and we'd had this.
How much sweeter now that you're an actual champion compared to that feeling of not being a champion, falling short? How does the feeling compare to that?
Oh, I guess in a way you almost, when you lose in the celebration, they're not too much celebration, you almost drink your sorrows away.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But this time we were sort of, I guess it was a party, and we were celebrating the success of the season. So I think, it's obviously night and day, the feeling. It's not something that lasts forever. You get over it pretty quick, because most guys go and play elsewhere, and you have to move on from it pretty quick. But at the same time, the other side of it now, it's this group where we're bonded forever, for life now.
Yeah.
We're forever champions, and no matter where we are in the world, whether guys are overseas, playing the NBL, different teams, whatever it might be, this team's always bonded for life. We won a championship together, and that no one can ever take that away from us.
You've played for multiple NBL organisations and with great players as well. How does this group compare to other groups you played with? Like, what makes this group so special?
For me, honestly, I feel like it's just the closeness and the camaraderie we have off the floor. Like in my 16 years, I've never been a part of a group where just the genuine enjoyment for the success of the guy sitting next to you, it's as I said, something I've never experienced. You always have that, 8, 9 guys. There's always 1 or 2 guys that one guy can ruin that whole culture.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reality of it. And to have the buy-in from, it's obviously started at the top from JT, and it trickles down through the group, and we never had that. We had guys that everybody's made sacrifices throughout this season, some bigger than others, but at the same time, even, we've got I mean, our hallway has a poster. It's it's life-size posters that goes halfway along it at the WEC, and it's when Luke Yates, our development player, made a three-pointer, and there's the whole bench, the staff, everybody's up and about, and that they're just we got guys like Trey, Sam, Tyler. They've all played 30 minutes, and they can be sitting down. They can be, I should be out there. I want to score more. I want to play. Well, that's there. We're competitors. We always want to play more, but that's the sacrifice you do. The enjoyment. The development players are out there. They work just as hard as us, but to be able to see them on the court as well, getting their opportunity, scoring buckets. That poster kind of, I guess, it summarises up our whole group throughout the year. It's just the genuine enjoyment of the success. There's no selfishness. There's none of that. And ultimately the end goal was to win, and we were able to do that.
If you look back to Sunday, just before the game, what was JT's message? Was there much game plan involved, or was the message just simple, let's get out there and get it done?
I mean, honestly, it was more just who's going to want this more?
Yep.
Who wants this game 5 more at this point? Because, we played each other. It was a 4-game series. We played each other 3. So this was our 8th game coming into playing each other throughout the year. Played them 3 times the regular season. We played them 4 times postseason. Now we're coming into our 8th time playing them. We knew each other's offense a lot better than our own, just about. So there was no, the offenses weren't going to be an issue. It was more just game 4. Everyone's tired. Everyone's got sore bodies. They've obviously had to travel a lot more for us, but that's the advantage of playing at home and winning, owning home court advantage. But it was about who's going to want this more, and we were built for this. We played 11 guys, that could come in and 11, 12 minutes, whatever it was, and we have a genuine depth in our group, and I think that was honestly separated us from the rest of the league this year. You look at Melbourne United; I think they maybe played 9. Because they had, or maybe 10, maybe played 10 because they had foul trouble, fatigue, those things come in. Whereas we've played 11, and we had guys that hadn't played a great deal all year come in and give 11, 12 minutes, and they change the game. I look at Dan Greed, who's a perfect example. He comes in, picks up Delhi full court, and it might not look like anything from the outside looking in, but come game 5, Delhi's exhausted. He's got to bring the ball up against pressure every time he's up the floor, and sometimes then as the game goes on, his shots fall short, his passes aren't as good, they're not as accurate. Little things like that. Fatigue plays such a big factor in that, and it's we looked at a 5-game series and we wanted to wear them down over 5 because we knew we had the depth, and that's what was going to separate us.
JT mentioned that his son Jason sent through a couple of messages before the game, which was read out to you guys. Can you share what Jason had to say to the group?
Yeah, he sent a video message through to Justin, and Justin, he said he just woke up to it. He didn't realise, and he played it for us before the game, and it was just about, obviously they play 7 games, we play 5 games, but obviously they were in the 7th game last year to win their NBA championship, and he sort of just said the same thing in the way of who wants this more. You got to go out, you got to go and take it from them, trust each other, trust the work you've put in all throughout the year, and it was just along those lines in the way of just play together. No one has to go out and do it by themselves. Play together, trust each other, trust your work, and hopefully the outcome will come in our favour, which it did.
We saw Captain Sam Froling go down in Game 4. Coming back home to play Game 5 should give you all the motivation you need to get the job done, which you did. But how much extra motivation did it give you, knowing that Sam was going to be on the sidelines and knowing that you want to get this done for him?
Oh, it was massive. I've known Sam and his family since. His dad was my under-20s coach.
Yeah, right.
I was 18 at the time, so I've known the Froling family most of my life. So I was obviously really disappointed with the injury that happened to him in Melbourne. This has been a career year for him. He's been outstanding for us. He's played 30-plus minutes. When he went down, that left a massive hole in amongst our game plan and our team. So, it was going to be a team effort. I don't think one of us was going to be able to fill that void by themselves. Obviously, Lockie Aldridge was outstanding. He stepped up big time. We all trusted him. We had confidence in him, and he did his job perfectly. So. But, to be able to, I guess, it would have been lovely to have Sam out there. It would have made it a little bit easier for all of us. But at the same time, that's the mentality of this group, this next man up mentality. And that's good side. It kind of sums it up. We're able to get it done without one of our key pieces.
Now that you've got a championship under your belt, how does this change your perspective on your career? We know you're playing in the NBL one for the Hawks, but are you going to run it back for the Hawks and for a chance to go back to back next year?
Oh, I'd love to. I love the Illawarra. My both my kids were born here. My family will love it down here, and I'm obviously off contract, so it's a contract year for me. So I'll just stick around, but I guess it's professional sport and things happen. But ultimately, at the end of the day, myself and my family would love to stay. My wife's got friends away from basketball, and every time we move, it's obviously really hard for her. She has to restart with meeting new people, and it's a fresh start every time. So that's all of that stuff's really hard as well. So
Yeah.
no, we'd love to stay here, but on top of that, I'd love to, the group that we have turning up to work every day. It's win, lose, draw. It's fun. We're never, after the losses, we're never too low. The wins, we're never too high. We take a pretty level-headed group, and to be a part of that, as I said, makes it fun to turn up to work every day.
Now, before I let you go, Toddy, there was rumours that Greta was going to chop off the mullet after winning a chip. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen him over the past 24 hours, but is that true? Is the mullet gone, or is it still flowing?
To be honest, it was flowing after the game. It was luscious, for sure. But I'd love to see that thing gone. I know very well. My first year with the Hawks was his rookie year, and I knew him before a mullet, and I'd be very happy to see that thing go.
And
to answer your question, I don't know if it's gone. I think in the last round.
I just saw on social media a photo of yourself and Trips back in,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many years ago, but he was a young fella. You were playing for Melbourne United. How's that full circle moment coming back to you? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, well, it was actually funny. His dad sent the photo to him during the season, and I don't remember the photo,
Yeah.
to be honest. But they sort of told me the story behind it, and yeah, I guess it puts it all into perspective. How long I've really been in this league for. when it's another year, so you're getting ready for another season, another game. It's, I guess, all kind of becomes blurry and it becomes one, I guess. But when you put it in perspective, that I think Tripp was going to say he was 11.
Yeah, right.
Photo. And I don't know what, I'm not sure how old he is, 22, 23, how old he is now. But
Yeah.
yeah, as I said, it kind of puts it all in perspective. And I guess I'm just extremely grateful to be able to do what I love for so long. And hopefully I can continue to do that.
Toddy, once again, congrats on being a 2025 NBL champion and enjoy your off-season, mate.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Really do.